Welcome back, everybody. In the last couple of videos, we added some analytics and we are, I would say, mostly done. We got a couple more screens left that we're going to run through in this video. I'm going to try to get it all done in this video and try not to go one more video, but we will find out. After I edited the last two videos, they're actually much shorter than I expected. So maybe this analytics section isn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be in my head. I hope you guys are still with me. I hope I'm not losing you guys in this section of the course because we got a lot of really cool stuff to do for the rest of the course. Let's jump in here. Let's not waste any more time. It is Saturday night. We are drinking coffee. We are grinding. So let's jump into the Explore view and add some analytics. Go ahead and try to do this one without me. See if you guys can get it done. I think that you definitely can. But if not, I'm going to jump in and do it right now. Let's pull in our log manager. Let's call it the log manager. And just like all of our other screens, let's go ahead and add a dot screen appear analytics. This will be the explore view. Down here, we have a bunch of actions. So let's go ahead and create an event. And on a dev settings pressed, let's say dev settings pressed. Let's see, this is a view, try again pressed. So on try again pressed, that's for our error message. Yeah, we can add an analytic for that. We'll say case try again pressed. What else do we got? Load avatars. So we'll do a start, success, fail, load popular. So featured avatars and popular, start, success, fail. Let's say case load featured avatars start. Let's do a success and let's do a fail. I will also do a load popular avatars start, success, and fail. And let's check it out again. So we have an array of avatars. Let's just go ahead and return the count so we get that data. So we'll go on the success, we'll say count of type int. Same on this success here. And then on the failure, we'll do error of type error. Put that here. And then let's see if we have any more actions here. Featured section. Yeah, we're going to have some more actions coming up. And down here, avatar pressed and category pressed. Case avatar pressed. Pass in the avatar of type avatar model, as well as the category pressed. We'll pass in the category of type. What is the category? It is of type character option. Character option. I will copy all of these. Let's add them into our event names here. I will control shift down arrow. Let's add the period. Let's copy up to the colon, paste, 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 double click, paste, double click, paste, paste, double click, double click, double click, and double click. Let's go ahead and line them up. Line them up, guys. I've said it again. I know it is annoying, but line them up. Makes it really easy to review the PR and really easy to know that you have all of your analytics. Also really easy if you're coming back to this screen 6 months from now and you're like, what are all the events on my screen? I can see them real quick here. I can also so easily just copy and paste this and send that to my product manager to give them all of the events. In here, we're going to have the explore view dev settings pressed. Explore view, this will be try again pressed. Explore view load featured avatars pressed. This will be actually start. Let's do success. And let's do fail. Let's highlight this. This is 39 characters. That's fine. Just under our 40. This will be load popular avatars. And then we'll have 3 of these. We'll do start, success, and fail. I'll again highlight this, 38 characters. We're good there. Let's do explore view, avatar pressed, explore view, and let's do category pressed. All right, I have my count here. So we'll do case dot avatar success. And we have count for both of these. So let's just do here, let count as well as dot let's see, popular avatars and featured avatars let count. Go ahead and return just a dictionary that says avatars count, paste in the count. We also have case, let's do our errors. So avatars fail, popular avatars fail, let error, comma, dot fail, featured avatars let error. You already know that we are going to return our error.event parameters. Two more down here, avatar and category pressed. Let's go .avatar pressed, let avatar, return avatar model, avatar.event parameters, case.category pressed, let category, return category.event parameters. I guess we don't have event parameters on the category or the character option here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The character option is just a raw value. Okay, so we can just do here a dictionary and we'll just say category, and we'll just call it the category dot raw value. Let's see, on the load fail, we will then go and add these as severe, return.severe, and I think that we are good to go. Let's add our events. So log manager.track event, event.dev settings pressed. Let's do try again pressed. And then in here, this is already not going to fetch multiple times. So let's put this in here. We'll do featured avatars start. Featured avatars success. We'll pass in the featured avatars.count, as well as for the error. Featured avatars fail, let error. Here we're going to do popular start. Let's do popular success, return the popular avatars.count. One more time, the popular fail, pass in the error. Down here, we got two more. Let's go ahead and call here avatar press, pass in the avatar, as well as category press, pass in the category. Let's jump to our onboarding screens quick. These should be pretty easy. The onboarding color view, the main thing that I want to add here is the screen appear analytics. We'll say onboarding color view. We will select a color and go to the next screen. I'm not really concerned with what they're going to select. When we save their profile at the end of onboarding, we will add in the color from the user model that we are saving. So we'll be able to get the analytics on what color they selected there. So for this, let's keep it simple. We don't need to tag every little thing, even though I said it before. Onboarding color view, that's plenty for this one. Let's jump to the onboarding intro view. We're going to do the exact same thing. We'll just paste this here. Onboarding intro view. Let's jump into the onboarding completed view. This one we will have an analytic. So here, onboarding completed view. Let's go ahead and create an event. At the top, let's pull in our log manager. Call this the log manager. Finish pressed. We're going to have start success, and we should be actually catching these errors. So I guess we didn't catch these errors. Okay, let's up here actually create an at state. Private var will say show alert of type any app alert. Let's add here a dot custom alert. Bind to the show alert. Let's wrap this in a do catch. Here we'll say show alert equals any app alert from the error. And now let's add in our analytics quick. So finish start. And then we're going to do finish success as well as the failure. Fail will have an error of type error. And then the success, we're going to have the hex string for the color that we'll pass in here. So we'll pass in here the hex of type string. Let's copy these. Let's paste them in here. Let's go ahead and add our periods. Let's add that. And then I will copy this, paste it here, here, and here. Line them up. Just line them up. All right. This is the onboarding completed view. Finish, start, copy, paste, paste. Get that success and get the fail. This is 38 characters, so we're still good to go there. For the dot success, let hex, I'll just return here, profile color hex, paste in the hex. Let's also do the fail, let error, return error dot event parameters. Down here, let's go ahead and make the dot case dot finish fail. And of course, that one will be a severe. Let's tag it up. Let's go ahead and add a log manager track event dot finish start. Here we'll do finish success, pass in our hex. And here we'll do finish val with our error. Before I forget, I was editing a couple of videos back and I found a couple typos. So let's jump back to our screen appear analytics where we made this. I guess I can fix this as well, but the disappear analytic was supposed to be disappear, not appear. Some of you probably caught that already. And then also on the chat view, I wanted the key for the send message sent was supposed to be sent with a T, not a D. So I'll fix that as well. Let's keep it moving. We got our onboarding done. Let's close up our onboarding profile screen. We'll jump in here quick and let's go ahead and add our screen appear analytic. Screen appear. Let's do profile view. Let's pull in our log manager at the top. Log manager. Log manager. Let's see, load data. We're going to have a start success. We'll do avatars.count and a fail. Create event. Let's just say load avatars start. Let's go success and fail. Fail will have an error of type error. Success will have a count of type int. What else do we have in here? We have a settings pressed, new avatar pressed, and avatar pressed, and on delete avatar. All right, so let's do these three first. Up here, we're going to have case settings pressed, case new avatar pressed, case avatar pressed. Pass in the avatar that we are clicking on, avatar model. And lastly, we have the delete avatar, which will have a start, success, and a fail. Case delete avatar start, 1, 2, 3, success, and fail. We'll have an avatar when we call this, so we'll do avatar, avatar, and here I will do fail. I will copy and paste, getting real tired of doing this. Keep in the back of your head that if you were building a new app, you would add the analytics when you build the screens. So it wouldn't be like you spent hours one day doing this 100 times. I just thought that it would be too confusing to do all of it at the same time. And that's why we just have a separate analytics section in the course here. Paste these in and get them ready. And you already know what we're about to do. Line them up, line them up. Somebody is hating that I'm doing that every time. I know you're hating it. It's okay. This has been such a long course so far. I'm losing my mind too, guys. Don't worry. It's only midnight on a Saturday. Let's go ahead and call this the profile view. We'll say load avatars start, copy and paste and paste. We're going to go success and we're going to go fail. We're also going to do here settings pressed. We're going to do here, let's copy this one, and this will be new avatar pressed. This will just be avatar pressed. We'll do here delete avatar start, copy, paste, paste, success, and fail. Let's add in our parameters quick. So here we got the load avatars success, let count. Return a dictionary. let's return a dictionary that says avatars count with the count. Case dot fail. We have load avatars fail, let error, as well as fail, delete avatars, let error, and return our error dot event parameters. We got case avatar pressed, let avatar, case delete avatar start, let avatar, case delete avatar success, let avatar, and return the avatar dot event parameters. The failures, let's see, load avatars, and these will be severe. So we'll go ahead and say case and make these severe, return dot severe. Let's tag it up. So log manager track event, event dot load start, event dot load success, pass in the my avatars dot count, and the load failure, pass in the error. Down here, we have the settings pressed, the new avatar pressed, the avatar pressed, pass in the avatar, and now 3 more. We got the delete avatar start, pass in the avatar. Here again, we have delete avatar success, and then down here, we got delete avatar fail. We'll pass in the error. All right, we are almost done with our analytics. Root, in our root, we just have launch screen. That's fine. We don't need analytics there. Routing, we don't need analytics here. Settings view, we are going to need a bunch of analytics. Let's jump in there quick. Let's go to the top. Let's pull in our log manager. Call this the log manager. And we'll do our screen appear analytics, settings view. And let's come down here and find all of our business logic. All right, sign out pressed. Definitely going to need some analytics. Create event. Let's do sign out start. Paste, sign out success, sign out fail. Fail will have our error. Dismiss screen, that is not an action by the user. This is just a result of here, so that's fine. Delete account press, we'll have start, confirm, success, and delete. Case delete account start, copy, paste, delete account start, confirm, delete account success, delete account fail, pass in the error of type error. And then we have create account pressed, which will have one analytic there. Let's just do here, create account pressed. Copy them and paste them. Go ahead and add in the period. Let's copy this. Paste it here and here. Also here and here and here. Here, here, and here. And I don't want to say it again, but line them up. Line them up. All right. Here we go. Another one here, another one here. Get them in line, and let's go ahead. This is the settings view, sign out, start, copy and paste, success, and fail. This will be the delete account, start, success, and fail, success, and fail. And we did that wrong. The fail is here, the success is here, and this is the start confirm. Let's highlight this. This is 39 characters just inside our 40 limit, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and this will be create account pressed. Perfect. Let's just add in our errors here. So case.fail, let error, case.fail, delete account, let error. Go ahead and return the error.event parameters. Both of these are pretty important, so let's go ahead and make them .severe types, return return.severe. Let's tag it up quick. So we'll do log manager.track event, event.signout_start. Here we'll do sign out success and sign out fail, pass in the error. Here we'll say delete account start. We'll do delete account confirm, start confirm, delete account success, and delete account error, fail, pass in the error. Finally, one more for create account pressed. Jumping down here, the tab bar view. Going to the tab bar is actually going to one of these views. So I'm not going to add screen appear analytics for that. Speaking of which, when we jump into the app view isn't really a view, right? We're going to either be at the tab bar or the welcome view. So I'm going to delete the screen appear analytics from here because the tab on the screen should trigger the screen appear analytics. So we'll delete it from here. The welcome view might be our last view here. So let's jump into the welcome view and let's get this done real quick. Let's pull in from the top our log manager. Call this the log manager. Let's add in our screen appear analytics. We'll do welcome view. Go ahead and down here, we will create an event. Handle did sign in. Let's just make an event for that. We'll pass in the value for is new user. So did sign in is new user of type bool. Sign in pressed is another action, and these are just links. So rather than refactoring it right now, let's just leave it as is. So on sign in pressed, we also add here case sign in pressed. Also, we have in here the navigation link to the onboarding intro view. Later in the course, we're going to refactor to MVVM, at which point we're going to move away from using these native navigation links. One tricky part about these links is that because this just clicks and goes straight to this screen, we actually don't have an action that we can trigger. So it's hard to add an analytic inside of this navigation link, but it is easy when we go and use the navigation destination that we're doing on all of the explore views and things like that. So later in the course, we're going to refactor this, and at that time, we'll go ahead and add analytics. But for right now, if this was our app, instead of having an analytic on the click of get started, we can just track if this screen appears. So when this screen appears, obviously it's the same thing as clicking this button. But anyway, for now, let's just ignore that. So here we have two events. Case on sign in, we'll say welcome view did sign in and sign in pressed. Welcome view sign in pressed. Here we'll do case.did sign in, let is new user. Return a dictionary that says is new user. Is new user. These are both analytics. Let's add them. We'll say log manager, track event, event.did sign in is new user. And here, one more. Let's copy it. Let's paste it. And this will be on sign in pressed. And now we just have our app course and we don't need any analytics in here. So sweet. I'm so glad that we are basically done with our analytics. We finished all of the screens in our core app. The last thing that I want to do before we finish adding and tagging up all of our analytics is actually inside some of these managers, there is some events that I want to track. So some of these managers, specifically the auth and the user manager, we are saving some data inside the manager. So I'll take these one at a time. If I look at the chat manager, we're actually not doing anything in here other than fetching data and returning it back to the app. So I don't really need analytics inside the chat manager as it is right now. For the AI manager, same thing, just a couple fetch functions. For the avatar manager, same thing, we're just fetching stuff. But for the user manager and the auth manager, the user manager here, we actually have some data that we are holding in memory. So current user is here. So every time we get the current user in the app, let's also just log that to Mixpanel as an event. So from the user manager and the auth manager, we're also going to trigger a couple events. And it's basically where we have already our print statements in here. Now, the only caveat that we're going to need here is that for all of our screens, we pulled in the log manager from the environment, right? We use this, but we can only use the at environment when we're in a view. So because we are now working inside the user manager, this is not a view. We can't use the at environment. So how are we going to get our data into the user manager? Now, if you're a junior engineer, which you no longer are, you would first think, let's add a singleton and throw it in. But we are now experts and we like to use dependency injection. So when we create a user manager, let's go ahead and pass in a log manager of type log manager. And I'll make it optional in case we decide we don't want to use it at one point, and we'll set it equal to nil to start. In here, I'll do a private let log manager of type log manager, and we'll set self.logManager equal to log manager. Let's go ahead and tag this up quick. Let's create an event here. So login, we're going to have a login start and a login success. The failure will go back to our code where we called this. So we'll do case login start, login success. For the login, we have the user model here. So let's just pass in the user of type user model for both of these. Add listener, we're going to add a start, a success, and a failure. Now the success is going to trigger a bunch of times. And every time we're just going to log whatever the current user is. This will help us debug if we ever have a bug in our app where the current user is not working. For the save current user, we'll also do a start, success, and a fail. This one we don't need. We're just going to return that data back to the app. I'll do one for sign out. I'll do a delete, start, and success, and that'll be it. All right, so up here we have case. We'll say remote listener start, remote listener success, and remote listener fail. Pass in the error of type error. The remote listener success should give us back a user model. So we'll pass in the user model here as well. We'll do case save local start, save local success, and save local fail. Case sign out, case delete account start, as well as delete account success. Save local will also have the user, I believe, current user, which is an optional user. So let's go here. Save local start and success. We'll pass in the optional user. And then here will be the error as well. Let's copy these and paste them here. Let's go ahead and add our period. Let's copy this and paste it on all of these. Let's go ahead and hang with me, everyone. We are almost done with our analytics. I promise you the next video will be much more fun than the last couple. And we're going to stop doing all of these annoying analytics. In here, I want to prefix these. Let's just do user man for user manager. And we'll say login start success. This will be the remote listener start success and fail. Well, here we'll say success and here we'll say fail. Let's do save local start success and fail. One more, sign out. Let's go delete account start and success. Let's add in our parameters here. We can see that the case.login start let user, case.login success let user, case.remote listener success let user, case.save local start let user, case.save local success let user. Let's return user.event parameters. And I think these are not all optional. So let's make all of these optional so that the compiler doesn't yell at us here. Lastly, we'll do the errors. So the .fail let error, as well as the .fail let error. Go ahead and return the error .event parameters. The failures will be severe, so let's return .severe, and let's tag it up. So here, before we try await, let's say log manager .track event login start, pass in the user, copy and paste another one here, login success, pass in the user, case listener, remote listener start. Here we'll do remote listener success. And then let's do the save current user after. We'll pass in the value. One more here as well. This will be the remote listener fail, pass in the error. Down here, we're going to do save local start, pass in the current user. Let's do save local success and save local fail let error. Down here, we'll do .sign out. Here we'll do delete account start and then delete account success. And I think that is it, and we are good to go. Let's also just wrap up with the auth manager, our last manager. We're going to go into the auth manager here. We're going to do the same thing. We'll pass in a log manager of type log manager, make it optional, set it equal to nil. Up here, we'll say private let log manager of type log manager. We'll set self.log manager equal to the log manager, and then we again are going to create an event. Before I forget, in the user manager, let's take our event and just move it to the bottom of the file because it is clogging up the screen. Move it down here. In the auth manager, we'll have an add listener, success, and fail. We'll say auth listener, start, auth listener, success, and auth listener, fail. On the success, we'll get a user of type user auth info. On the fail, we'll get an error of type error. Sign in, we're going to handle these in our view. Let's add a sign out and a delete account. We'll do a start and a success for both of those. So we'll say .sign out start and sign out success. So let's do delete account start and delete account success. I am well aware that we have our actions when we actually call these in our views. And so we don't technically need the analytics in here. They're kind of duplicates for sure. But in my mind, it can't hurt to add these. It will help us debug if there is a problem with the delete account process. So let's just finish this up here, copy and paste them in here. Let's go ahead and add in our period. Let's go ahead and copy this, paste it here, 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 and here. I will line these up one last time. This is our last lineup, so put a smile on your face because you are almost done. We're going to call this the auth man for the auth manager. Let's do auth listener, start, copy, paste, paste, auth listener success, and auth listener fail. We are going to do sign out start, success, sign out success, and then I'll copy these and we're going to do here. Let's go ahead and say delete account start and success. For the auth listener success, we'll do case dot auth listener success let user return user dot event parameters case dot fail let error, and we'll return the error dot event parameters. The fail will be severe, so we'll say case dot auth listener fail return dot severe. Let's tag it up. Log manager track event dot auth listener start, auth listener success. We'll pass in the value. The value is optional, so let's go ahead and make this optional as well. And I guess this actually does not throw an error, so we don't need the failure. Sorry about that. Let's delete the failure here, and delete the failure here. And this is optional. All right, down here we have sign out start, and at the bottom we'll do sign out success. Here we'll do delete account start and then delete account success. Let's delete this up here and we're good to go. All right, that was a lot of coding, but we are basically done adding our events. The very last thing that I want to do, and I'm sorry that this video went a little overboard here, but the very last thing I want to do is when we added our log service, we added, in addition to the events, we added identify user, add user properties, and delete user profile. So let's log these now. First, I'll start with identify user. So the root of where we get the user ID is actually in our auth manager. So in here, we have our auth, and we set up the auth down here. We add in the listener. So the auth here is an optional user auth info. So in here, let's just say if let value, if we get a auth, let's go ahead and call log manager, identify user. We'll pass in the value.uid. We don't have a name in our app, so we'll keep that as nil, but we do have a value.email, which we'll pass in here. Let's also add the values from the auth info as user properties on the user profile. So we'll say log manager dot add user properties, and let's do the value.event parameters, and we'll make these high priority of true. While we're doing this, I'm also going to call log manager.add user properties, and let's add in our utilities.event parameters. So one trick that I like to do that my product managers have loved is adding in the event parameters for the utilities. So all this like stupid data that seems stupid, but you get data for like what kind of device the user is using. Is it a dev user? Is it a prod user? Some of this is not perfect and does not need to be a user property, but in cases like Mixpanel where the user properties can have thousands of values, I find it's helpful to just log all of these, and that's what we're going to do here. So we're just going to make these his high priority as false so that they don't account towards our limits in Firebase Analytics. Let's jump into our user manager, and also in the user manager, we have our listener here. So in here, let's also say log manager.add user properties. We'll add in the value.event parameters. This is our user model, not our auth info. And high priority, we'll put this as true. So we'll get our user model as in our analytics profile as well. And then lastly, the last thing is in our log service, we also have a delete user profile. So we already have a delete function somewhere in the settings view. Let's add our async let delete analytics, a function that is equal to the log manager.delete user profile. And here we can call try delete analytics. And we need to add another underscore here. And maybe this doesn't throw, so we can just call delete analytics. Cool. Actually, because it doesn't throw, let's just call it down here. We'll just call delete user profile. Because it doesn't throw an error, we know it will always succeed. Sweet. So much code, but we are now done with adding analytics and user properties. And in the next video, we are now going to use all of these analytics, and we're going to reap the benefits and talk a lot about how we can now use this data to actually iterate on our app. Next video is going to be much more exciting. We're going to take a look at what we have done over the last couple videos. I hope I did not lose you guys. The momentum feels really low on my end right now because the last couple videos were pretty gruesome, just adding in all these analytics. But again, this is the other half of app development. This is incredibly important, almost as important as actually building the features, because we need this data in order to know how to build our app and iterate to actually build a successful app. Let's end the video with Option Command C. I'll make it a feature and we'll say, let's see, our last commit was progress 3 and this will be progress 4. Add analytics, progress 4. Stage it, commit it. Pat yourself on the back because that was a lot of work, but you are now an analytics expert. So take a break. I'm going to take a quick break here, and I will see y'all in the next video.